With just a few weeks to go before President-elect Lai's inauguration, what reaction can we expect from China?
Well, China has a number of tools at its disposal to signal its displeasure with Lai's inauguration or his speech on the 20th. The one that's probably the most concerning is the potential military response, which would be a show of force similar to what we saw probably in April 2023. A large number of Chinese military aircraft flying around Taiwan. I think what we can go based off of more recently is previous political developments involving Taiwan that drew a large military response. August 2022, when Nancy Pelosi visited Taiwan, that's kind of on the most extreme end of the spectrum. And then something like in April 2023, when President Tsai met with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy in Los Angeles, we had 3 days of fairly large scale exercises that showed off China's military strength that involved carrier aircraft launched from the Western Pacific. I think that if there is a response to the inauguration, it'll fall somewhere between those two things. Specifics are impossible to predict. And there's also a chance that China may choose to not do anything at all and wait and see if they can try and work with President Lai.
What kind of military harassment will Taiwan be faced with in the 2 weeks leading up to Lai's inauguration?
What we've seen so far in the month of May is a fairly standard level of military activity. I think that in the lead up to the inauguration, I wouldn't be surprised if they are planning something larger, if there was a scaling back in order to kind of make sure everything is ready. If they're hoping to do something kind of longer reaching, we could see heightened levels of ADIS violations, large numbers of ships employed around the island. Unfortunately, it's going to be difficult to know kind of what the specifics are given what the MND is sharing. But I think the signs will definitely be there if we start seeing large numbers of aircraft flying around the island.
Do you think China is going to play a wait and see with President Lai, or will they start their pressure immediately?
As of right now, I haven't seen any signs that they're preparing to do anything, but the reality is, given the reduction in military activity heading into the election period, they are in a position where if they want to do something, I think they can make that decision and execute it fairly quickly. So I think that China is going to have to make a choice as to what kind of message it wants to send. They can choose to respond to essentially what's in President Lai's speech or what's not in President Lai's speech. If they're expecting a return to the 1992 consensus, they're simply not going to get it. So if that's what they're hoping for and they're going to base a response off that hope, they're probably going to respond in a major way. And then if not, if they want to try and signal a stabilizing cross-strait situation, if they want to build off the Mying Joe peace tour, I think they have an opportunity to signal that. But I'm not entirely confident that that's what Beijing is hoping to do right now.